Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rollin37 here, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be continuing the series on how to get the most XP in skills in Hypixel Skyblock. Today's guide is going to be on farming. I'll put a couple timestamps on the screen right now, but if you'd stick through the introduction, I'd really appreciate it. Farming in this game has recently been revamped. There's been a new Jacob's farming event added to the game somewhat recently. This event has made it so you can buy exclusive items in the farmer's shop that you can only buy from the awards won from this event. Now, I'm going to be showing 3 different skill sets in this video for farming. The first one is going to be for beginners out there that are really low on farming, level 1 to 10, maybe even 20. Next is going to be advanced for those who have more money and can afford it. And the third part is going to be for those who are completely committed to farming the items in Jacob's event. The items in Jacob's event aren't even sold in the auction house, so they are kind of hard to come across. All right, let's get started. Okay, now we're going to start off with which farm to build. For those that don't know, the best part about farming is that you do farming exclusively on your island. There's going to be no competition with other people, and you can do it as much as you want depending on how much you want to build. Now, when it comes to farming to get the most farming XP and money, you have 2 choices. Right here, you can see I've got a pumpkin farm and I've got a sugarcane farm. They're both very, very good for XP, but technically pumpkins will give you the most XP. With that being said, even though pumpkins will give you the most XP, it is by a very small amount. The benefits of using a sugarcane farm is sugarcane sells for much more money. I think you get almost double your money by farming sugarcane if you do that. If you're beginning this game, I highly recommend doing a sugarcane farm because you will make a lot of money if you can commit to building the farm. Building the farms, unfortunately, I can't show right now. Building farms could be a video of itself. Maybe in the future I'll make a video on these, but for now, I'll link a nice video in the description that shows you how to build these farms perfectly. But if you want any sort of money in this game, you're probably going to want sugarcane. Once you've decided what farm you're going to build, you've got 2 more choices. The next one's going to be if you'd like a rabbit pet or an elephant pet. Rabbit pets will give you more XP, which is what this video is about. So if you're grinding XP, the best thing to use is a rabbit pet. One of the rabbit pet's abilities is to literally give you a percentage of more farming XP. This scales higher, the higher level the pet is, and you'll get around 25% more farming XP, I'm pretty sure, if you're just using this pet. The other pet you can use for farming is the elephant. This pet, in its legendary rarity, will make it so you have a chance of dropping double crops. Now, unlike foraging, double crops does not actually mean double XP. This is a pretty big misconception with the elephant. Even though you get double drops, you don't get double XP. This differs from the monkey in foraging. It's a pretty big thing to know. The elephant can only be used in its legendary rarity because that's when it gets its ability to give you double crops. As you can see, mine is common because I like using the rabbit pet personally. If you're going for more XP, stick with the rabbit. If you're going for money, go with the elephant. For example, if you build a sugarcane farm, you might want to just end up going with the elephant because you'll end up making more money, and if you go for pumpkins, you'll get more XP with the rabbit pet. It's a pretty easy way of generalizing it. The rabbit, if you don't have much money, can be used in its blue rarity, whereas the elephant only gets its good perk at legendary form. Now, you again have another 2 choices. Like I said, you have a choice between pumpkin and sugarcane farming when it comes to farming XP. The choices and tools you have are really important between these 2, and if you're farming sugarcane, you're gonna want a hoe with its selective enchants. Now, the enchants I've got on this hoe right now are the best enchants that you can get on the hoe without having to get tokens or gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals from Jacob's farming event. Cultivating is an enchantment that works with the more crops you break with the tool, the higher level to get. I think it can go up to level 4 or 5, and this gives you more farming XP for every time it levels up. It's a dynamic enchantment, and the more you farm, the better it'll get. Right now, mine's only level 1, so it's not that great. The next one you have is harvesting. Harvesting increases your chance of getting multiple crops. Telekinesis makes it so whenever you break any crop, it'll go instantly in your inventory, so you don't have to go around and fish up all the stuff that you dropped onto the ground. It's a good enchantment to have. Last one is going to be turbocane. This one gives you another better chance of dropping double crops just for sugarcane. This enchantment is really good, but make sure you only get the level 3 version unless you've gotten a silver medal or a bronze medal in farming sugarcane. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use it. If you're using a hoe, you might also want to recombobulate it and put the blessed reforge on it because that will give you the best results. Now for the axe, if you're farming pumpkins, you're going to want to use an axe. The axe is extremely simple. All you're going to want on this is cultivating. Like I said before, this will level up as you use the axe. Efficiency 5 to break blocks quicker. Telekinesis so they don't drop on the ground. Turbo pumpkins will give you more farming fortune, which again makes it so it drops double crops, gives you more money, more XP. Axes are pretty simple. Now that you've gone over your choices and what farming you're going to end up up doing, there's 2 potential upgrades in this game that are going to make farming a lot easier. You can pick these up if you want, but they're not super important. They're just going to make farming a lot easier for you in the future if you do decide to get them. The first thing is a personal compactor. If you're farming pumpkins or sugarcane and you pick up all the product, you can make it so it automatically crafts them into enchanted pumpkins or enchanted sugarcane, so that it won't completely crowd up your inventory. This is really helpful because you won't have to craft pumpkins into enchanted pumpkins, and you won't have to sell them or throw them out either. The next best thing to get is rancher's boots. These things can be pretty expensive. They're like farmer's boots, but the one benefit with these is you can change your speed cap with them. The really good part about that is that, let's say I run how I am right now. I've got 360 speed. If I run at an angle to hit these pumpkins, you'll notice that I actually go too fast to break the pumpkins on the left side. If you wear the rancher's boots, you can actually slow down your speed. Like right now, mine's 260, and you can slow it down so you can perfectly break both pumpkins at once and get the most efficiency out of your farming. Very good upgrade to pick up. Okay, so if you're a beginner, doing beginner farming is very easy. You're gonna need a farm pretty much no matter what. You can go farm in the actual farm island in Skyblock, but it does not give you much XP, and it's only good for probably the first 5 levels, if that. Building a farm is quite expensive at the beginning of the game, but it will make you a lot of money in the long run, along with farming XP. Really, all you need for farming pumpkins and sugarcane is going to be efficiency 5 and telekinesis as a new player. There's not really much you need. The next best thing you could get is a rabbit pet at the blue rarity. It will not cost a whole lot of money, and it'll help you get a lot more XP if that's what you're going for. As an advanced player, as I talked about previously, the best gear you can use without using Jacob's tickets or any of the gold medals, they're the best thing to get are rancher's boots, a hoe with these enchants if you're doing sugarcane. You can also get the blessed reforge and recombobulate it if you want, and a golden axe for farming pumpkins with efficiency 5, cultivating, telekinesis, and turbo pumpkin. Now, the best technique for farming pumpkins is having lanes that are covered up. That way you can hug the edge of your farm to start farming pumpkins. The best way to farm pumpkins is to use rancher boots and set your speed to 260. Once you're at around 260, you got to angle yourself pretty well, stand back, and just hold W and left click down. As you can see, I missed a couple pumpkins back here. Maybe adjusting your speed a little bit might help you out. As you can see, I moved my speed down to 250, and I'm not missing any more pumpkins. Best technique to farming sugarcane is very simple. You're just going to want to have lanes, just like you did in the pumpkin farm, so you can hold the edge, maybe get yourself situated. Now, the best speed for farming sugarcane is pretty much exactly like the pumpkins. You're going to want to have about 250 to 240. I think the perfect number, if I'm not mistaken, is 248 speed. From here, you should be able to run along and break both lines of cane without missing any. And like this, you can continue to go along the rest of your farm and get tons of farming XP. Obviously, you're going to want to use a pet. I didn't have one equipped right there, but that's the best way of doing it. The last thing I'm going to cover is farm upgrades. For sugarcane, it's as simple as having multiple farms just so the sugarcane grows. You want to have enough farms to the point where the sugarcane fully grows back by the time you're done with the last farm, if that makes sense. So if I clear this farm completely out, you might want to have a second farm just below it so you can farm that one. And then when that one's done, the one up top will have grown mostly back. I only have one farm, but the best way to do it would be to have multiple farms to be efficient. For pumpkins, on the other hand, pumpkins can grow without water, but they grow back a lot slower, so adding water to your farms can actually make it so your pumpkins will grow back quicker. One of the strategies is to have multiple layers of pumpkin farms so you can keep going through all the different layers of pumpkin farms and infinitely farm. Now, when it comes to tools that are used in Jacob's farming, I don't actually have them on hand, but I can show some screenshots on the screen right now. You're going to need to get multiple golden and silver medals to actually achieve these items, but if you don't end up planning on doing any of the Jacob's events, these tools are going to be essentially impossible to get. With that being said, the Jacob's tools are by far the most efficient way to get farming XP in this game. So if you really are going for farming level 60 in this game, you're gonna have to try to get those tools at some point. Alright guys, farming is awfully complicated now. I hope I got everything into this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please do consider subscribing and leaving a like. And again, if you want to see more XP guides like this, please do hit that subscribe button and check out the playlist below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.